That was all décolleté work. Section 2 is knuckling, and the knuckling is done on the neck and the décolleté, as you noticed. Section 3 is called fulling and smoothing, and this is where you get into some of your anti-aging moves. Okay? Are you shaping?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So fulling and smoothing has 8 moves. And I also break the massage down so it's easier for you to learn. Décolleté has 5 moves, knuckling has 4 moves. So you know when you're going through the massage, in your mind, I've got 4 moves to do. Fulling and smoothing has 8 moves. So your first move is with your index and middle finger of your left hand and middle finger of your right hand. You support each individual line along the platysmal band and move across the neck. And what you're doing is effectively rubbing along each line. So what I mean is your index and middle finger of your left hand, okay, and your middle finger of your right hand. And you're going to support each line that you see, and you're going to rub along the line. And what this is doing is stimulating fibroblast activity. It's stimulating the cells. We're irritating the lines, so the cells will go, circulation and nutrition and oxygen will go to that area and stimulate activity. And you do each line 3 times. You can do each line once each and then go back. Okay? And you just do the lines that you see for that person. And then one more. So you're supporting the line. So this is the full and this is the smooth. Fulling and smoothing. Okay? Now, we're going to sweep along the jaw with alternating hands. That's your second move. Now move to one side, and we're going to full and smooth any of the lines that we see as we move up the face. And we're going to start with the laugh lines or the marionette lines, or nasolabial, whichever one she has. If she had marionette lines here, we would do those. She doesn't, so Chantel just has a faint line that's forming on her nasolabial. So when you do the lines, you're going to use an inchworm move with your thumb and your middle finger. And you're going to inchworm and pinch up along the line and smooth down. Okay? Now she's laughing. So inchworm up the line, smooth down. And you do it 3 times because there's only one line here. Okay? Now we're going to go to her eye because the next line that I see is on her eyes. So squint for me, Chantel. So you can see where kind of lines will start to form here. So we're going to work along those lines. And we'll do 1 and then the other 3 times. And you see how the skin's pinking up and getting red along those lines? So we're causing some irritation, so we're going to cause some stimulation in those areas. So your pinching move, you inchworm up, and never pinch the line together. You want the move to be directly along the line. You don't want to pinch and fold the line together, okay? So your inchworm is always along the diagonal of the line. After her eyes, we've done one half of her face, we're going to come to her procerus. And we're going to inchworm down, smooth up. Inchworm in towards her eye, smooth back towards her forehead. Three times each. Okay? And then we're going to inchworm along her forehead, exactly the same that we did along her platysmal bands. So wrinkle your forehead for me. Look surprised. There you go. Okay, so relax. So now we're going to work along those lines. Smooth, full, smooth. There are different companies that use different tools in order to do this. There's little wheels that you would actually run along the lines to stimulate them. You can do the same thing with your fingers. Okay. Now, we've done her forehead, but we also have this side of her face, of her eye, and nasolabial to do. So you'll swing your chair around and always keep in contact. So my right hand hasn't left her forehead while my left hand is lifted. And we're going to, with our left hand now, you'll learn to be ambidextrous, do the fulling and smoothing on her eyes. And her nasolabial. Pinch, 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 pinch. Smooth. And that's your pinching and smoothing. Okay, so those are your 8 moves. Large pinching. Now this move is ideal for acneic and oily skins. If someone has very dry skin, they wouldn't get as much benefit from this, but if they have oily skin, this is a perfect move to do. So there's 4 moves, and the first move we're going to do is rest our fingertips underneath the mentalis, and we're going to roll the mentalis towards us with our thumbs resting at the top of the muscle. So you're rolling. It says large pinching. So you're taking the skin and pinching it towards you. Next, we're going to pinch her cheeks. We're going to place our fingertips at the base of her mandible, thumbs at the top of her zygomatic. And we're going to roll and pinch towards us. And you can do this with a rolling of your fingers. So instead of kind of taking big pinches, you're going to roll your fingers together towards each other. My hand's going to come to the side and rest while my thumb rests on her forehead, and I'm going to run up alongside one side of her nose. So we're rolling along the left side of her nose with the right hand. You're going to switch and roll the right side with our left hand. Okay. Now we're at the forehead. So I'm just going to simply move my fingers and we're going to pinch along her forehead. So you inchworm across, pinching, 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 slide back. And that's your large pinching. Okay, so you can stop there.